thanks for joining us. This is a very special episode of Ravnica Roulette, brought to you by Inkblot, the Nexus, Unplug Yourself, and Dum Dum Die. As I said, this is a very special episode because today we're joined by Crispin, who is normally behind the cameras, but today you're going to step in front of them for a game of Magic.
I'm going to be in front of them for the game of Magic because somebody somewhere mentioned to me that I would get the opportunity to play with the Boros Guild kit from Guilds of Ravnica.
Can't actually tell you how excited I am to be playing Boros, especially in the guild kit.
Is that your favorite guild?
Yes, at the moment I would say it is my favorite guild.
Well, today I'm going to see if I can do it for the Conclave.
Yes, I see.
So we'll see how that will work. My favorite guild is Boros, so I'm going to wait until Ravnica Legions rolls around in January for me to experience that. But in the meantime, I'm happy to play all of the guilds.
Playing Selesnya, it's a token-based deck. I'm very happy about that. I know I'm going up against Boros, which is a very aggressive deck. I know that they can really start to put a lot of pressure on you from like the first, second turn even.
Ooh.
I look at my opening hand, I say to myself, my mana is a little bit awkward. I've got some cards that can generate tokens for me, but I'm going to have to take some early damage. Basically, I'm going to have to play some lands so that I can play my sanctuaries, bounce those other lands that I had. It's not an ideal way to be starting the game. As I said, my mana is a little bit clunky, a little bit slow to the start, but it's a necessary thing. I have to do this so that I can start casting my spells a little bit later on in the game.
See here, I think I'm going to keep this hand. There,
I'm going to mulligan.
You're going to mulligan.
I'm going to mulligan. Too much mana. Yeah. Right. Oh, okay. No, I'm
going to keep
just,
that one.
Right. Yes, right. So, here we go.
Yes.
I'm going to
all the best.
Down that planes. Good luck. Good game.
I do like these basic land cards from the guild kit. That additional artwork that you see around the mana symbol there is really
cool. Wow, I actually didn't even look at the actual artwork on that plane. That is spectacular.
I'll just play Forest and pass the turn to you.
Play Forest, pass the turn to me, and now I get to draw a card. I'm going to draw that card, which I know. Funny, I think I've seen that card before. I'm going to do that. I'm going to tap both of those, and I'm going to put down my Sunhome Guild Mage.
So I pay the 2 mana for the Guild Mage.
It's a 2/2, and if I pay 3, which includes a mountain and a plains, creatures I control get +1/+0 until end of turn. If I pay 2 a mountain and a plains, I create a 1/1 red and white soldier creature token with haste.
As I'm playing the card down, I'm reading these abilities and I'm thinking, hey, that's pretty cool, that's kind of funky. And then I notice that you don't need to tap the card to activate the ability, you just need to pay the mana.
Okay, cool. So that's pretty funky. I get to start going wide if I so choose. And I pass the turn.
That's very cool. That means these cards are way more powerful than the current set of Guild Mages.
And I'll play the Sanctuary.
I have to think very carefully about the sequencing. As I said, because my mana is a little bit clunky, I have to utilize it to the best of my ability. And then from there, I really have to plan 2-3 turns in ahead. Because I know I've got the Convoke mechanic, which is going to allow me to use my creatures to cast some of my spells.
I'm going to tap both of those again. Put down my Boros Swiftblade. My Boros Swiftblade is a 1/2 creature, but he has double strike. That means for every time he does combat, he does double his amount of damage. And since you have nothing on the board as yet, I am going to swing you for 2.
Boros is an aggressive deck, and so having my Swiftblade out and my Guild Mage able to pump my Swiftblade, there is no reason I shouldn't attack. My opponent has no defense to block anything with, and I immediately start throwing punches. That's what Boros does. That's how we roll. That's how we keep the kingdom and in the guilds in check.
Play Selesnya Evangel. So I can pay 1, tap it, as well as tapping an untapped creature I control. If I do, I create a 1/1 green sapling token, and he himself is a 1/2.
Oh,
cool. That's me for the turn.
Alright, I'm tapping. I'm going to play this Sunhome Fortress of the Legion, which is a special land, which doesn't come in tapped, but if I do tap it, I can add 1 colorless mana to my mana pool. If I pay 2, a mountain and a plains, and tap it, target creature of mine gets double strike till end of turn. So I'm going to tap everybody and invoke this first ability here. Creatures I control get +1/+0 till end of turn. Sure. So he's now a 3/2, he's now a 2/2 with double strike, and I'm going to swing at you with both.
So it's going to be 4 from the double strike and 3 there.
Correct.
A total of 7. That's going to drop me to 11.
Boom! It's Boros!
I'm going to play a Selesnya Guild Mage. Okay. It's a 2/2, same as yours.
Yep.
It's top ability. If I pay 3 in green, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. And if I pay 3 in white, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn.
Nice.
What I will do is I'll go ahead and use this ability to tap it to create a sapling. I'll tap that mana as well. And then I'll follow that up by playing Selesnya Sanctuary, returning this forest to my hand.
Why did you have to tap that guy?
So I have to tap this.
Yeah.
Pay 1, tap this creature as well as an untapped creature.
Oh, okay. So it's part of the cost.
Yeah, part of the cost.
Alright, cool.
It gives me a
And
sapling.
that gives you a sapling.
Yeah. And pass the turn to you.
Planes. Yeah, okay, I'm going to tap everything, which is 4 cost. I'm going to go and find me a red and white soldier creature with haste, apparently. Okay, 1/1 soldier creature with haste. And then I am going to swing at you with those two again.
What I will do is I will throw a sapling in front of the double striker, and I'll take 2 from your guild mates, dropping to 9.
No problem. Bye-bye, sapling. It was nice to have you around.
My turn?
Indeed.
Okay, I'll pass the turn to you.
Skinny. And I'm going to put down my Legion Warboss, who's a 2/2 creature with the Mentor ability. So if he and another creature attacks who has lesser power than him, he gets to give that creature a +1/+1 counter, which is a permanent counter.
Yeah, okay.
However, he has a secondary ability that says at the beginning of combat on my turn, I get to create a 1/1 red goblin creature token, and that token gains haste until the end of turn and attacks this combat if able. And I'm moving to combat.
Sure.
And as I move to combat, I create a 1/1 goblin with haste,
And that goblin is required to attack.
and he has to attack. If he is able, he must attack this turn.
I'm quite excited to have my Legion Warboss on the board. I think it gives me an extra edge. I've already got a 1/1 soldier token on the board. I've got my Swiftblade. I've got my guild mages. I'm starting to build a fairly decent sort of board that does a fair amount of damage. So I'm feeling quite confident. The only problem I've got right now is I'm really not drawing too much land.
Just the 2 tokens.
Just the 2 tokens, you can probably just block them out, but he's got to attack anyway, so
I'll block with the Selesnya Evangel.
cool. He's frag.
Okay.
And that's me, I'm done.
Okay, end of your turn, I'm going to tap,
And bring a sapling.
create a sapling. Then I'm going to use that sapling in the 2 lands here to convoke Scatter the Seeds.
Oh wow, what is that?
And that's going to give me another 3 saplings.
3 green sapling tokens, very cool.
I've taken a lot of damage already. I said, I've got a bit of board presence, so I'm not too worried, but my low total is fairly low. I know I've had a camaraderie in my hand from my opening hand, and I know if I just had to sequence it, if I can just build up a board presence until turn 6 when I can get to cast the spell, and I'm going to get a big benefit up. I'm going to draw a lot of cards, I'm going to win back a lot of the life that I've lost, and hopefully if he doesn't get rid of my tokens before, then it's going to be a big payoff for me. So when I get to cast it on turn 6, I'm very happy about that.
I'll play Camaraderie.
Aha! Getting some life.
6 mana, yes. Gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1 at the end of the turn.
So you're going to get 6
I'll
life.
get 6 life, go back up to 15.
And you've got a 2/3 and a 3/3. And a 2/2 and a 2/2 and a 2/2 and a 2/2. Sounds like a great dance outfit.
Yeah.
You've got 4 2/2s.
Just played a Legion Warboss. I'm a bit worried about that. It has the Mentor ability, so lots of small creatures are going to get a bit bigger. I'm specifically looking at his 1/2 with double strike. The moment he starts putting counters on that, it's going to be a big threat for me. So I said, this is a prime opportunity for me. Just convoke, play the Conclave Tribunal, get rid of the Warboss. I don't want to see him around because he's going to make some of his other creatures into even bigger threats.
I just have to see whether there's any value in attacking. 2 for 6, 8, 10, 12 total, really. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap those 3 and the Guild Mage, or actually, yeah,
Okay.
to convoke the Conclave Tribunal. Warboss is being summoned to answer for his crimes.
Oh dear, okay.
I'm going to exile him.
I'm in a good place. I got my stuff happening. There's some saplings going on the other side of the board, which is a bit annoying and a bit upsetting. My land's not coming through. But I got my Warboss until he convokes a Conclave Tribunal on my Warboss and steals him from me.
Darn it.
Okay, when it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until Conclave Tribunal enters the battlefield.
Isn't Convoke just such a cool ability?
It is really cool, yeah. I mean, with 4 lands, I suddenly, previous turn, added 4 creatures, and now...
And stole my Warboss.
Yes. And with that, I'll pass the turn to you.
It's like, I'm not stealing his stuff. Why has he got to come and steal my stuff? I don't, I didn't run over to his side of the board and take all his saplings away.
Dude, you're wonderfully tapped out at the moment. So we're going to do...
My regular mana, not my Convoke.
This is true. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And we're going to put down our Spark Trooper. A lovely little Spark Trooper.
6-1 trample haste and
Swap. 6-1 trample lifelink haste. Beginning of my end step, I have to sacrifice it, which is a bit of a bummer, but it does mean that I get to do something nasty to you in the interim, and we'll see how that comes off. Yes.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'm gonna hit you with Spark Trooper.
I'm not really going to block. I'm going to take the damage 5 trample in any case, even if I do block. I don't
So you're gonna go down to 9.
Yeah, I'm not going to throw it.
I'm gonna go up to 26.
6.
And up past 22. I really need some more land. Could you some more
Yeah.
mana?
Came out strong early on, but now you've hit a
I'm
bit
fading,
of a road
I'm fading.
bump, yeah, a bit of a road bump. I'm going to play Growing Ranks.
Oh.
So it's an enchantment. At the beginning of my upkeep, populates. So I can choose a token I control and create a copy of it at the start of my turn.
So here I am, drawing cards. Look at this. I draw. Ha! It's not a land.
And
Next turn. I need it that. It's not a land either. It's so. Oh crap.
I'm gonna put down this Boros Key Rune.
Hold on. Why did I do that?
another double strike.
I'm enjoying this whole double strike
Yeah.
fight. It works for me.
I pull out this very cool little artifact that's going to give me a 1/1 creature with haste and double strike if I needed to, if I want to pay some, and it adds 1 colorless mana to my mana pool, and I'm running low on mana, so I need the mana. So I'm thinking, I'm going to play this, and then I notice that with everything that I could have spent, I could have played Aurelia.
Yes, you're going to do weird
I'm
things.
going to tap that at green-white, tap that at green, play Call of the Conclave, putting out the call.
3/3
my
green
comrades.
creature.
Yes, create a 3/3 Centaur token. And then with the mana that I'm floating here,
Yes.
I will tap this, tap Saproling, create another Saproling. So I'm going to
Yes.
start recording my Saprolings over here.
More Saprolings, even more Saprolings, and then obviously the cherry on the top is more Saprolings. You can never have too many Saprolings.
Okay, and then I'll start my
Yes, because you're turning on tap.
At my upkeep, my growing ranks is going to allow me to populate, so there's actually going to be 2 Centaurs.
2 3/3s.
I'm going to tap 6.
What the hell?
Pollen Bright Wings. It's an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has flying. Whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green sapling creature tokens. So I'll put that on one of my Centaurs. And then what I'll do is I'll attack you for 3 flying.
Yes, which I can't block.
Nope.
So I'm going to go to 23.
And then I'm going to create 3 Saprolings for that. So there are 5 Saprolings. And I'll pass the turn to you.
Yes, Sepperling boy. But I am going to tap everything. And I'm going to put down
Let's see.
Aurelia the Warley.
We put Aurelia down on the table, we just won the game.
Aurelia is a big problem for me. It's a big hitter. As I said, it really can allow you to attack twice in a single turn, which if you've got a big army can be game ending, but by herself as well. She's got flying, haste, vigilance, so she can get in there by herself, almost like a one-man army. It's a bit of a tough spot. I'm playing Selesnya. I don't really have any sort of air defenses, even though I have my flying Centaur out. It means I can no longer tackle that. I'm having to hold it back, but it just dies to Aurelia. So I'm really not in a good spot. I'm going to take some damage from her and hoping I'm going to draw something that allows me to answer this card.
She's
One
gonna
lady
swing in-
army, yeah.
She's going to swing in for 3.
Okay, so it's
She's
going
gonna
to drop me
swing
down
it.
to 6. Nothing I can do about that. And then you get another combat step.
And then I get another combat step.
So do 3 again.
Yeah, she's going to come and hit you again.
Okay, that puts me on 3. Okay, cool. I've got an army, but I'm within an inch of death. So.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, is that you for the turn?
That is me for the turn.
Okay, I'm going to untap, upkeep.
Let's see if my 23 can last. How much damage can you do actually? So
So it's 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
18, 19, 20.
So you can do 20 damage should it all
Yeah.
get through.
So that's 20 damage, and I can obviously activate the ability on my guild mage as well to give everyone +1. So
It's a lot of
that can be
damage.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30, 33 that I can deal. Yes, and I'll declare.
I end up attacking all out. It puts my opponent down on 11, and immediately I start thinking to myself, should I have done this differently? Should I have activated my guild mage twice to give everything +2/+2 instead of +1/+1? Should I have attacked with everything that I could and given those all +1/+1? At the time, I maybe could have done things a little bit differently to how I'd done, but yeah, I mean, I committed myself to the attack. I did a big chunk of damage, not enough in the end.
So, Boros Swiftblade with double strike is going to block your Celestia Evangel.
When he didn't come at me with everything, I was super relieved. Because he could have killed me. If he'd come at me with everything, tapped his guild mage twice, given everything +2/+2, even with my huge life total at that time, which was 23, he would have wiped me off the board. I wouldn't have been able to stop everything and I would have died.
I'm going to take 12, so I'm on 11. Bleeding from places I didn't know I had.
I just have to hope you don't have an answer for my flying centaur now.
Boros Charm, you did.
Ah, is there anything that I can do? Let me see here.
I've been holding the Boros Charm since turn 1. I drew it in my opening hand, was one of the reasons I said I was going to be greedy. Because I got Aurelia and I got Boros Charm in my opening draw on my mulligan, which is pretty cool.
Nope. Cool.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
That was awesome. That was close.
So thanks for joining us for an episode of Ravnica Roulette. So my name is Stefan. This is Crispin. Thank you very much for having joined us. I had a great time playing this game with you.
And it was fun.
Like to extend a special thanks as well to everyone who made this show possible. Dum Dum Die, Unplug Yourself, Inkblot, as well as the Nexus.
Fantastic. Don't forget, all you're watching out there, like, subscribe, ring the bells, do all that good social media stuff. Send us some love. If you like what you see, let us know in the comments below. We're only too happy to make more of this stuff for you. So keep watching. Until next time, Stefan, thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Cool.